Good morning. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so Bitcoin's daily candle yesterday wasn't great for the bulls. It wasn't great. You have this doji, pretty good volume. Liquidity's gone from the previous candle. And already the price is back down to the previous day open. Yeah, it's not a great candle, to be honest with you. It's not looking great for Bitcoin at the moment. If you look at the whole price action, it's pretty overextended. And to form this kind of doji in the highs doesn't look fantastic. Let me have a look at the other types of candles and see. Okay. Again on Bybit. Yeah, this has got a higher wick on top, so this is not looking good at all. Really good volume. Did it hit another level? That was our previous level lower. Okay, yeah. So do you see that? So it's into this previous high here. Yeah. So we've swing failured this previous high on a daily candle. And today we've come back into it, and it looks like it's holding as resistance. So we're into resistance basically. That's what I'm getting from this price action. And good thing about these kinds of lines is that it's very easy to see when you can flip resistance into support, because it's such a defined line. It's a previous high, whereas right now we're into resistance. Very obvious that we're into resistance. Have a look at the 3-day chart candles. So the 3-day candle still isn't formed yet, but we've already taken the previous high from the previous candle. We have a look at the weekly candle. And the weekly candle is already overextended. It's just its own candle on its own. We don't know how this is going to end. Look at these higher time frames. Okay. We have a couple of weeks to go on the monthly candle, and it's not going to look bullish if we close underneath the previous month high. We close underneath 49,000. So we don't have much of a distance to fall back before we end up with a bearish candle in the highs on the monthly time frame. So that could change things for Bitcoin, because then you're going to get people looking at some kind of top. You just have to bear that in mind. Let me just have a look at this. Good morning, Marve. Marve, you're saying the Euro stocks are also very strong. The AEX is up 20% in 3 months. What's that? Cacao? CAC40 and Bell 20 all green today. So you okay? So Marve is basically you're saying that the strong fiat currencies are having an impact. My view when it comes to the way price moves is that I think if we need a squeeze to get up. We can't just keep on pushing up like this. And I'm not crazy impressed with the volume either. So I do think that we're having a low volume rise. Marve's saying the strong euro is pushing. You know, I've got this really annoying heart icon in front of the last bit of the text. I can never read the last bit of the text. So annoying. Why did they do that? I can't get rid of it. Wish I could show you. I've got a second screen here and I've got this little heart right in the right corner. The strong euro is pushing the 520. Is that what he says? Hmm. I wonder if I can get rid of the heart. Pop out chat. Let me try that. Okay, that's better. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and aid by our community guidelines. All right. The strong euro is pushing the 52, a little lower, 52k. I can't tell you that I'm crazy about the volume on this rise. So I think the problem that I'm foreseeing is that I know a lot of people are like holding and hodling for the halving, but if people perceive this as a local top, they will sell. And I don't know if there's going to be enough liquidity to keep the price, to hold the price at these levels. I just don't see it. I may be wrong, but I just don't see it. This is our volume area. It's much lower down. Why would the price, the price could easily come back down and do that. And then if it does that, yeah, I don't know. The problem you get with the problem is that once people sell and the price comes lower, they won't buy lower, even though they might buy now. That's the problem. People have this kind of psychological problem. They'll buy as long as they think it's going up, but when the price is coming down and the price is significantly lower, at 42 or 43, they won't buy, because now they're thinking to themselves, okay, what if the price goes down to 36 or 38? Or that's how people think. Psychologically, people won't buy. If we do this, they'll stop buying. But I mean, when I'm looking at the candles, I just don't like yesterday's daily candle. I just think it wasn't a great candle. And I think this whole move is overextended now, this move here. So I think the other thing that I'm seeing is when I'm looking at exo charts, I'm seeing bearish CVD divergence. So the CVD is going up here, you can see, so it's higher than this peak here, and the price is lower. So CVD is basically showing markets longing or market selling. So it's market orders. And when the market orders are going up, but the price is not going up, the price is still going flat, or on the highs are lower, that's showing CVD divergence, which means, I've explained it many times, that you've got big shorts, limit shorts, selling into the price right now. That's what I'm seeing right now. I'm seeing some whales selling on limit orders, and if people long, their longs are getting absorbed. So there's some heavy selling going on right now. Marve, you're saying it's already 12% on the weekly and 25% on the monthly. So a slower Friday isn't out of the room. Yeah, I think with this CVD, I'd like to see how this plays out. I'm quite bearish right now, actually, to be honest with you. I'm not very bullish. I'm not very bullish because I'm seeing this divergence. I don't like yesterday's daily candle. It basically hit my level, and we have to see how today plays out. You know, this formation of candles on the 4-hour chart isn't bullish formation. It's quite bearish. And the minute you get a close, I think the minute you get a close underneath this candle wick here, somehow you'll get another candle pushed down. You'll get something like that. You just have to close down here. And there are no order blocks until, at least not on the lower time frame, until down here, which is underneath this level. So I don't know. I don't know. Marve's saying tonight we could see it pump. I'm thinking the opposite. I'm feeling the other way. I'm feeling opposite. But I mean, who knows? It can only go one of two ways, right? Up or down. I do think that there are signs that it's going down. I think the CVD, bearish CVD, plus these candle formations, plus this daily candle is giving me a hint, but there's no confirmation. And because there's no confirmation, I can't, you can't be 100%. And we just have to wait for confirmation. This 12-hour candle, this green 12-hour candle followed by this red 12-hour candle is the beginning of a bearish formation. I'll explain why. Firstly, it's closed underneath 50% of this body, so it's not bullish. It's closed underneath this 12-hour high. And if this candle we have to see how this candle closes. But basically, this line is holding. We've gone up, we've come underneath, and the candle is pushed up to the highs of this candle, and it's trading lower. So this is the formation of a bearish construction of candles in the highs on the 12-hour time frame. And I think the context is that we're in the highs. That's the context is really important. Like if you're seeing this elsewhere, that's fine. It might mean something different, but because we're actually in the highs, I'm seeing, and you add that to the bearish CVD, you add that to this daily candle, which is not great. This green doji in the highs, it's not a fun candle. I'm very skeptical about this continuing going. So I am in a short, actually. It's I took my profit. So I had a short from yesterday, which I planned, and that was the plan. There's a Fibonacci tracement there as well. Let me have a look. These fixed ranges. So that was the plan, and basically, I think if you remember, I said I'd like to see the price go up and come back down. As soon as it took this SFP level here, which I marked, and I set an alert, I took a short, and I also took my profit very quickly. I took my profit at the point of control. So basically, let me show you. 1 second. I'm going to show you on Twitter because that's where I posted it. Got to change my screen now. So here it is. So that was the setup. That was the trade. And obviously it went down lower and it came back, but that's fine. And that was the reward. So that was pretty good. That worked. Sometimes trades work. The hard thing about trading is taking the trade. And I think the reason why people struggle with taking trades is because they risk too much. If you risk too much, then it's very difficult to take trades. I think when people have good risk management, they don't over leverage or over risk their position. It's only 1%. Then the people will end up taking more trades. And if you have a good plan, you have to see what happens. You just take it and you see what happens. So I am actually in a short. It's not a big short because I took most of my profit. I always do that. But if I see a sign of weakness, I will really heavily short again, and I won't take profit so quickly because I am seeing weakness now. Let me delete this trade idea now, and let me just pull that. So we're still within the range. I think this level, this SFP level that I've marked, is holding the price at the moment. And I think if we go up, let me have a look. Into the golden pocket. You kind of want to lose this value area, to be honest with you, because as long as we're in the value area, we're still ranging. You kind of want to lose it, and you kind of want to back test it for some kind of resistance, or you want to short higher. So probably the next real short is going to be probably, if we're looking to short, then probably we're looking for a swing failure there, which is into the value area high. Back into, I don't think I would take the swing failure per se. I think what I'll be looking for, if I'm looking to short, is possibly something like this. The more gains, the more bullish the inflows will become. Or maybe we just have a big profit take at the weekend because there's no more inflows. Because of the ETFs are closed, aren't they, at the weekend? And actually, the price has gone up all week. So maybe we have a big profit take today, at the end of the week, before Wall Street closes. You know, people like to take profit before they go home for the weekend, don't they? So probably I'm thinking almost everyone is in profit in BTC. Marve, you're so bullish. It's so funny. Yeah, I think I'd like to just for the price to go up, close back into the value area. But I don't know if that's going to happen because we'd have to go back above this level again. But that's kind of what I would want for a short. Just back into that. Probably. Or higher up. But for some reason, I don't think we're going to go higher. I don't have that. I think that high is good. I think this high here is good. Yeah. Just one more push and down. And I don't know if it's going to, I don't know if we're going to get it. I can't tell. Because right now I'm seeing bearish CVD. You can't argue with bearish CVD, Marvin. Look. CVD is going up, price is down. We're getting big sales on spot. And that's absorbing the open interest. It's absorbing the limit longs, the market longs. And eventually, this is what you get. You get a long squeeze. So right now, you've got a lot of longing going on in this range. And all the price needs to do is fall underneath these lows. And all of these people who are long are going to market sell, market close their positions, which is going to, because you're going to have a lot of trapped longs in the highs. So I'm not talking about people who are spot buying at lower prices. They'll still be in profit. The people who won't be in profit are the people who are longing the highs here. They're going to close their positions at market. Because at the moment, there is eventually what you're going to get is an exhaustion of buying at these highs. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's going to go up, to be honest with you. It doesn't look like it wants to. All right. So I think that's it. Let me have a look. So I think this time I'll aim for the lower part. Let me have a look at this. Oh yeah, that was that one. The 4 surprise bear traps so far since the sell-offs finished weren't too bad. Well, yeah. That's what you do need. You do need a bear trap to go up. I do agree with that. So you're absolutely right. So could this be another bear trap? Yeah, absolutely could be another bear trap. Absolutely could be. But what I'm seeing right now are spot sells. Why spot sells don't usually indicate bear traps. Don't usually indicate bear traps. Let me have a look at this. Create a group of drawings. Right. Yeah, I think this high is good actually. This one, I think it's a good high. It looks quite nice to me. So there'll be an easy invalidation for shorting. It's just up there. Really easy invalidation. Let me have a look. I just want to have a look at XO once more. Have a look at these other charts 1 second. Four seven two hundred. 47200. 47200. That one. Where is that? Oh, that's much lower down. Okay, that's fine. Let me have a look at this one. It's about the same level. There's going to be strong support here at 47500. Okay, this is interesting. So we're at the point of control. I think if you lose, yeah, you see there's something that I'm seeing is that the point of control of the weekly time frame and the monthly time frame is in the highs of this range. That's, generally speaking, that's quite bearish. That's not bullish when you have the point of control here. Look, see that red line? This is the monthly time frame and it's in the highs. And when I look at the weekly time frame, this current week, it's also in the highs. So it's coming at 51970. What's that one? 51832. Have a look at the daily. The daily. So we basically, if we lose this range, that's pretty bearish. That's really bearish. I'll be honest with you. I'm getting more bearish just by looking at this charts. And then look at these sessions. Where is the Asia session? We're in the London session now. So this is all just ranging New York. Yep. Yesterday VeChain had a run that, yeah, it did. There'll be more inflows. Let's say the gates are open for a 10x growth. Yeah. I'm totally with you when it comes to the higher time frame. But when it comes to local price action, I'm feeling very bearish. I'm feeling very bearish right now. We have a buying tail there. Let me see if I can see. I'm looking for some single prints actually. And the price moved up. If I can see them. Where would I see them? Which chart is it? Probably this one though. No, I want the TPO chart. Which one is the TPO? What's that one? That's the scalp. Maybe it's that one. 1 second. I'm looking for a specific chart and I can't find it. Okay, here it is. Just save that. Yeah. So we have single prints here. Look, see those single prints? So a good place to buy is actually 50k. That's at the bottom of this single print. I mean, once you get an acceptance into that line there, once you get acceptance into 51216, 51208, there it is. That's what I wanted. I'll explain about single prints. Coordinates. So single prints are basically where the volume is 0 as the price moves. And basically when the price expanded from 50k all the way up to our current price range, some single prints were printed in this whole range. You can see it here. It says SP 51208.5 from 49945. These are all single prints. And so basically what happens is, well, the theory is this. Let me write it down. 49945. Let me mark this one down as well. The theory is this, yeah. If the price gets acceptance into the single prints, then they all fill because there's a gap. It's like a gap fill, and there's no support in that gap, and then the bottom of the single prints forms support. So that's the theory, and then it will come back up potentially to form excuse me, to form resistance. So I am feeling very bearish, although we are, yeah, I'm feeling very bearish. So I'm planning my next trade right now, and I think if we don't get a short higher up, which is what I'm thinking, take out this high to go down, which is in the value area high, then I'm actually thinking we can trade the single prints all the way down. You are shorting lower, but you're trading acceptance into the single prints. I think just one, maybe like one candle close, 30-minute close, just trade it all down, or two, probably two actually. And that'll be a nice trade. If we lose the value area low, get back into the single prints, and then for a nice short. And then you could long the bottom as well for a little bounce. That's what I'm thinking. And you could probably target work. Yeah, probably you could probably target. I'm not sure. One of these fibs, probably back up to the single, top of the single prints, to be honest with you. You probably target that, but you have to take your profit, and you're basically you're bouncing for another short potentially. So you basically, that's what the best, not in this order, not like exactly the way I'm suggesting it, but this is the price action that I'm looking to trade. If it happens, it's only an if. And so basically I'm all the way back down. And I don't know how far this bounce would be, but I would only probably take it if I got a rejection near the top of the single prints with a bounce. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. Marve saying, I called it that day. It was a strategic rise. Yeah, you did call it that day. You were saying it's going to go up. So I'm just planning these trades just in case. I'm not going to long here. I'm not looking to long, even though you might be right, because that's why you have spot, right? You have spot because you are long. But I am looking to short because I do see some bearish divergences, and I don't like the daily candle from yesterday. And I think we're overextended and exhausted. So I think the next trades are shorts personally, but if it's long, it's long. You know, you still need to squeeze up. I don't really feel that people are going to be market buying spot at the highs. I think at the very least what needs to happen, and I'll show you, for people to start longing the highs, is this. You needed to, at least on the daily time frame, we need to back test this high or consolidate here. It's kind of what you need. We needed to get above this high, this previous high. We haven't done that yet. If that happens and then we back test it and we consolidate, then I'm definitely going to change my opinion, and then potentially you're going to be making some kind of ranging to go up above that level, above the high. But at the moment we're not there yet, and so therefore I'm not going to be thinking that, because we still haven't really claimed this level as a previous high. We haven't claimed it into support yet. So at the very least, I think it's like, and the other thing is, like, when I look at the candle formation, a nice long red candle now would make this candle formation look very attractive. Yeah, I can visualize a daily red candle now. Do you know what I mean? Like, even if it comes down to the bottom of top of this wick, or even if it fills that whole candle, I can visualize it would look right. It would look bearish as well, which is kind of what you want. You want it to look bearish, because then you're going to get short center, which is how you're going to squeeze. Now, we might be ranging here. Does that make sense? Like, there's no reason to, just because I'm feeling bearish doesn't mean that we're going underneath 50k. Yeah, if we were to consolidate here now, then that would be bullish. No, that would be bullish, and then you could get your squeeze to go up once you've built enough liquidity at the highs to squeeze up. But that's what you want to see to start getting really bullish again. But when you're already overextended, I just don't know. I just don't see it. I just can't see it. And then the other thing is, like, when I do a fib extension from this rise to this low, I mean, we're into it. We're into the fib. 1.727272. 1.272. Look. It's no joke. Today's roof is 42k 400. All right. 400. All right. There you go. It's that 1.272. 42384. But I don't think, I mean, I think if even if the roof is there, like, let's see how the day ends. All right. Let's see if we have a sell-off or not at the end of the day. But I will take the short. I'm looking for a short, and I'm looking to fill these single prints. And so what I'll be doing here is I'm going to set an alert and short acceptance into SPs. Right. I'm going to take a 2-minute break because I need to go to the restroom. We'll be back in about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to go and start looking at some other stuff. Right, I hope you're here. If you're not, I'll see you later. Okay, I'm back. Thank you for waiting. Right. Let's have a look at some other things now. Quickly. This is fine. That's fine. Alerts set, that's fine. Right. So I saw that BTCD was dropping yesterday. Let me just have a look how it looks. All right. So we are into resistance on BTC dominance. We've kind of came above this value area. We had this, I had this kind of line drawn and we're back underneath it. So I do have a feeling that maybe this is going to go down. I had it going up, but obviously, you know, we were above this line. Now that we're back underneath it, that idea is invalidated, I think, unless we get back above it, above this value area high. So maybe we pull back on BTCD, actually. That would coincide with Bitcoin dropping. So I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm just thinking to myself, who wouldn't mind if it happened, because that's what you want for alt season, right? ETH BTC. Get rid of these brushes. Horizontal ray. What is that? Maybe look at that. 3-day chart. Oh, that was the fib extension. I can get rid of that. Is going for the BTC is going for the 12 a.m. high, Marve says. All right. Have a look at it. So I'm looking at ETH BTC right now. Don't know why I have that line. Get rid of that. Get rid of these lines, all this rubbish. Channel, okay, that's a good one. Interesting. Let me do some volume pulls quickly. Let me do an overall one. Okay, so the value area high has dropped a little bit. See that? So that's interesting. Let me put the point of control down here. Doesn't really matter because I don't think we're going to go down that far. Let me just mark it out. Just put these into. I haven't done this before, so I don't know. What's this triangle pattern? We're in a bit of an interesting place right now with ETH BTC, because I'm not 100% about this kind of triangle, but there is a shape in play, and I mean it's very subjective, but is which high do you take, you know? But when it comes to the lows, it's not that subjective, because I mean, these lows are lining up perfectly. Good morning, Zach. Yes, having a good morning. Just having a look at ETH BTC at the moment. I had a quick look at Bitcoin. Usually you take with these channels or these like trends, you take the nearest 2 points usually. I mean, this suggests that we're underneath it actually. I would have thought that, like, because the thing is, we're in the value area of this overall range. We're kind of losing this trend line. It's not really a triangle, it's more of a trend line, but I'm just putting this here just to see. And you would expect the price to sell off now. That's what you're expecting. I'm expecting this now because you're back in the value area. You're underneath this trend line, but it's not. And that's the thing. ETH BTC is not selling off. We're not getting that kind of behavior. And the longer this persists, the less bearish I get with ETH BTC. Because I think if the bears wanted to sell and transfer their value to Bitcoin, they would have done it by now. Because you have the right conditions for it. You're back in the value area. You're back underneath this trend line. This is where you sell. The reason you sell here is because you have an easy invalidation. A very easy invalidation. We're not really risking much in the scale of things. And this is a good place to sell, basically. And it's not happening. And so the more that it doesn't happen, the more that I think that this is actually bullish. And it does confirm my bias on the higher time frame candles. But I'm not really seeing this as bearish at the moment. I could be wrong, but I'm not feeling it. Now, the question is, when does it become bullish? You have a little bit of a diamond pattern forming here. And that is in the context of coming into it from the highs, this is bullish. See that? This is actually a bullish pattern in the context of coming into it from the highs. Like that. And we have to see how this plays out, but you could, I mean, who knows how this is going to work, but you know. Marve saying on the weekly ETH is plus 14%, BTC is plus 12%, and the monthly BTC is plus 25%, ETH is plus 14%. ETH and BTC are evenly matched. I'm feeling quite bullish with ETH actually, and it's a tricky one because really for ETH to pump now, you need a transference of value from Bitcoin, but this could align well with the ETH ETF that's about to be launched as well. Is that next month? I think it's next month, isn't it? And that will suck liquidity from BTC. So for alt season, what you want is you want this to be bullish again. And based on what I'm looking at now, what I would want in the first instance is a nice close back above the value area. Doesn't have to be on the 3-day time frame. Where is my value area? can see that it's holding as resistance here. You can see it's holding as resistance here, here, here. See that? We got it once. We got it twice. 3 times a lady. So maybe the 3rd time. So I think that would give us confidence. Just a nice daily close back into the value area high. I think that would give everyone a lot of confidence with ETH, because that will be the 3rd time it's done that. And if this diamond pattern is playing out, then let me see where it came into. Yeah, it came into the golden pocket. That's correct. That's how you would expect it to behave. So maybe then you'd have one like this, and then, you know, that's when you want to see the breakout, or the pattern continues. But I mean, I think you really want it to go up then. We'll keep an eye on that. But this is what I'm interested in as well. So this is what we need for alt season. And then we need I mean, the crypto market cap looks good, to be honest with you. It looks better than Bitcoin at the moment. The difference between the daily candle on the crypto, the total market cap, and Bitcoin is very evident, because yesterday the close was above the previous day high, whereas on Bitcoin you didn't have that. On Bitcoin you had a close underneath the previous day high. So actually overall the crypto market is bullish. If Bitcoin does pull back and you get a flow of capital going into ETH, it's very possible that we do have a mini alt season now. It's very possible. All right, let me have a look at these ones as well. It's the same thing. It closed higher. That's the one with ETH, and this is without Bitcoin and without ETH, and that closed higher too. So I'm getting more. It's more bullish on the charts without Bitcoin at the moment. Just FYI. So Bitcoin is the only one that didn't do that. So just bear that in mind. I mean, I know you're, you know, we all want Bitcoin to perform extremely well, because that's what has an impact on the rest of the market. But we're trying to identify conditions for other things. Oh God, travel is down, huh? That's annoying. Who's selling? What the hell? That's annoying. All right, never mind. Let's have a look quickly. Oh, we're underneath the overall point of control now. Ooh, that's not good. We lost it yesterday. I mean, we're still in this range, but let me see. Oh God, we've actually come underneath the golden cross. That is so bizarre. Look at that. That's not good. It's not holding as support. That's not good at all. Let me just have a look at this volume area. I mean, we're at the bottom of the range. We're into some a daily level, liquidity level. So let's see how that plays out. What's the bullish buy at the moment, Marve? Point average cross come up. What's that mean? All right. I don't really know what to make of that actually, because TRVL is being sold into the low-hanging Dtravel. Why is it? Let me see that. Oh God. So yeah, I mean, we lost that level, and we just, it's coming down to find liquidity really on the USDT chart. What's the volume like? Oh God, look at that candle. That's terrible. That's 746,000 sell. That happened 4 hours ago. That's not a good candle, actually. That's really high volume. What's that one? 200. See, MEX 57. So MEX is actually the lowest volume at the moment. Let me have a look at Bybit. Bybit's another. That's quite a lot for Bybit. 160,000. So basically all of this whole rise has been reversed. That's what's happened, which isn't great, because we wanted to hold support and it's not. So usually what happens when that happens is there's just not enough liquidity at those levels, and so there's no acceptance. That's basically what I'm saying. So the price was not accepted at the higher prices, and because it wasn't accepted, certain people sold into it, and if there was interest at those higher prices, the price couldn't come down because you'd have enough limit orders holding the price up. That just tells me one thing really. Like, when I'm thinking about it now, I'm thinking to myself, well, we're still not in the stage where people have to buy TRVL at whatever costs, and that's the thing, that we need to get to that level. We're not there yet. And I don't know what it's going to take to get to that level where people value TRVL. We had it a little bit. We were consolidating a little bit above that level, and now we've kind of fallen. And so naturally what happens with the price is when you get some kind of pullback like that, the price is looking for liquidity. It's basically looking for the right price where people will value it to buy. Yeah. And the problem when the price is falling like this is that no one's looking to catch a falling knife. You know, people are looking at this and they'll go, okay, let the price settle down first, let's see where it lands. Yeah. And some people are looking at this and they're panicking, they're freaking out. The reason why they're freaking out is because they don't have a plan to buy. They're just looking for the pump or so. And so when they see the price drop 9%, or maybe from the high, these are unrealized gains, but in their mind they're thinking 21%, even though they were hardly anyone sold at 5.4 cents. They're thinking to themselves, oh my God, I've lost 20%, which isn't true, because they never sold. So they weren't gonna sell. So they didn't lose that. You're losing unrealized gains, but they don't have a plan to buy. And so naturally people panic and they just market sell, not realizing that's the wrong strategy for a low liquid token, which is still showing bullish market structure. Naturally what this means is that there just it's not ready yet. It's not ready to go up yet, you know that. And I think for those of us who are interested in this token and this project, it's just an opportunity to accumulate at lower prices. You know, it was the same thing I said before. You know, for a short period of time, I was thinking maybe we would never come back underneath 5 cents. I've said that before. Maybe we would never come back under 4 cents, and then suddenly the price comes down to 3 cents, and it's a gift. And so for me personally, I don't mind. I don't mind that we're not going up yet, because I'm still buying regularly on a daily basis, especially when I see the price reduce like that. I am continuously buying. It just means I end up accumulating more token. And what people don't realize is that there's a lot of people becoming crypto aware on the Dtravel network, and that these are hosts. So there's a lot of hosts now who aren't aware of crypto, and they're becoming crypto aware. And naturally, as they start to use Dtravel, they're going to also be looking to pick up some TRVL. So we have a captive audience, we have a captive market of interest for this token right now, a captive market that is growing not as fast as I would want, but it's still growing. Unfortunately, I have to take a 2-minute break, but I'm going to be back and I'm going to talk more about TRVL because I have a few things I want to add. Sorry, it's an emergency. Sorry about that. So yeah, so anyway, let's have a look in the technicals and let's just see if we see anything interesting. This was my Wyckoff thing I did yesterday. Let me just hide all of that. Create group. Yeah, that's not looking good, huh? It's hard because we're back into this range. All right. That's basically called a failed auction, technically. So the price tried to expand and it just, there wasn't enough interest to get it to the next level, basically. And I don't know what kind of level did it hit at. Full fib log came up to the 50% of this range. Let me just have a look and KuCoin as well, because that one is the one that's been putting volume in. Just clear this fib retracement. Previous range. We have that level there, the previous range value area, which it stopped at. Let me have a look at this. And that candle to here. All right, so well, that's interesting because on KuCoin, look, Marve's saying looks a bit like Doge. It's a second try to a newer high this week. On KuCoin, when you do a range pull from this big volume candle to the current price, it actually, the value area high, so it actually did go up to the, so the KuCoin volume area is slightly different from the other charts. And on KuCoin, we have the point of control is here at 3.9 cents. So I'm imagining the price is probably going to fall to that level to find support. I'm imagining that would be the where you would expect it to find support. And then we have to see if there's interest, because you are coming into some sort of daily order block here, and you have a daily level here and here, here and here. You've got like 4 liquidity levels underneath us. Eventually the price will find support, because what's happening is, you know, you're going to get an exhaustion of sellers, because these are market sellers. People are selling market for whatever reason. They bought market, they sold market. Yeah, it's not the right way to buy, and it's definitely not the right way to sell. It's better to sell limit and buy limit. But if you can't fill, then you have no choice. If you're trying to sell, you have no choice. We have increasing volume on this down move here. See that? So that is a healthy down move, dare I say it. So we have volume leaving the token right now, and we just have to wait for that to drop off, I think. So if you're looking to enter, you could just give it some time to just settle down. And the other thing that's happened is that we have created a little bit of volume up here. So there's a little bit of trap liquidity here. You see what's happened with the price? The price has tried to, see that? The price lost the volume area and it tried to get back in. Couldn't get back in, and then someone just sold off that. market sell. So there is a volume area here. It's underneath this SR flip line that I've got marked. And I think the best strategy for most people now is just to give it a little bit of time to settle down. Yeah. Don't just, there's no point catching a falling knife. I think it's also good to set limit orders and just to absorb the sellers. And, you know, I guess what's happened now is that it's not ready. Marve's saying, I don't think they are looking to drop 1%. It's just a scare, but the position is high and in an uptrend. Absolutely. We are in an uptrend, so I wouldn't panic. And we are making higher lows, and there are liquidity levels above us, underneath us, and we have got volume levels underneath us. So I think most people should just not panic and think that this is somehow going to the floor. And actually, when I look at the BTC chart again, the fact that we've actually had a golden cross and the fact that the price is underneath that level, again, I see it as a gift. I don't see it as a negative thing. It's like, okay, you can buy underneath a golden cross. Usually it's the price is way extended when that happens, or it's happening. And so now we're into this volume area. We're at the volume area low, the value area low of this volume area. So we are on support. Technically we're on support. So I wouldn't panic when it comes to selling. I don't think that's a good strategy. I think we're still good. It's just hard because people don't like to see, they want to buy on support. And so when support fails, they get a little bit antsy about the price. And so naturally, just wait. If that's how you're feeling, just wait, let the price settle down. When you see the price settle down and the selling has diminished, you can start buying again. Or the better strategy is set limit orders. Yeah, just set limit orders. Don't even think about it. Yeah. And so let me just get rid of all of this data. Let me clean it all up. And let me just show you where a good place to place orders are. So this red candle, if you look at the daily candle, this red candle is going to be at the best place to put orders. There. That candle. Actually, let me do it from the top to bottom. So 3.9 cents through to 3.7 cents. That's going to be your range. And the thing about the price is that the way it's moving now, if you take a pivot, we are in the that also there's confluence with the golden pocket too. So if you take it from this pivot here to this pivot, you know, that's also the 618, which is a good place to buy. So definitely if you're looking to buy and the price does get down there, that's going to be a really good place. And I think by then also you've exhausted all these sellers, and hopefully we'll be looking for another push up. That's kind of what I'm hoping. And if we can continue this behavior, then that's going to be very bullish. That's going to be very bullish if we can continue this behavior where we are making higher lows and we're creating higher liquidity levels. You know, that's kind of what we want until we can flip higher time frame resistance levels into support. And that's kind of what we want to do. We want to get back into, ideally what we want to do is we want to get back into this volume range from 22. Ideally, I think that would be great if we can do that, and we're not there yet. So if I was to draw a line, you see it kind of rejected. It's rejected once, it's rejected twice. We kind of want to get back in there, and we kind of want to flip that as support. But that's not going to, obviously that's not going to happen in one go. It's obvious that that's not just going to happen. So what we want to do is we want to let the price settle down, then we can buy the price up again, and let's see if we can do that. Let's see if we can do that. And the other thing is that I just see this as an opportunity. We haven't lost bullish market structure yet. There's no reason we will, because we are on coming into liquidity levels and support levels, and to come into those levels after all of this aggressive selling is okay, because that's kind of what you want. You want this selling to end before you start buying. So you don't, you let the sellers diminish, and then we start buying the price back up. And I think also if Bitcoin pulls back, then there's a very high chance that this on the BTC chart, this is going to go up. Yeah, because there is a correlation between the price of altcoins and Bitcoin at the moment. As long as Bitcoin is holding true, then of course there's going to be a little bit of bleeding into Bitcoin. But if Bitcoin suddenly drops, then it is possible to see a flow of capital into the altcoins. It's very possible. That's kind of what I'm thinking, or I'm imagining, but we have to see what happens. We see how it plays out. Let me just quickly have a look at, I mean, look, this is Ava, and Ava is just bleeding unbelievably. So I still think we're in a really good position. Like, even though the price was at 5.5 cents or 5.4 cents for a short period of time, and now it's back at 4.2 cents. I mean, that's a big drop. What is that? Like 20%. You have to have nerves of steel in this game. You can't, you can't get shaken out by these moves. And I think, I always say it's always good to skim a little bit of profit, so you can add it back in when the price drops. It's not a bad strategy. And so I hope some people have done that, or are doing that. Marve is saying, good morning, David. Marve is saying too much greed sales might change the price, but the growth of the coin will bring higher value. Well, look at all of this consolidation. I just, look at all of this volume that we've put in since the all-time low. All right. And we have some serious levels of support at just underneath us. If I was to take this range, I think, 3.5 cents is a crazy level of support right now. Crazy. It's a crazy level of support. But 3.5 cents. So we have to see what happens. Even if the price comes back to 3.5 cents, where is that? We're still in bullish market structure, because we haven't made that's our higher high here. This, our higher low is here. It's basically here. That's our higher low there. So unless we go down now, all the way down to 3 cents, we're still in, and that will be a lower low then. So all of this price action is local price action, but the higher time frame one, which is the daily time frame, is still bullish. Yeah, and obviously the weekly, we're still contemplating a downtrend. But I mean, the context is Bitcoin. We have to see how this plays out. Good morning, B. Hello. I mean, obviously I don't want people to sell, but I mean, if people are going to sell, I hope they buy back in at lower prices. It's hard to tell. I wanted the price to consolidate here. That would have been really healthy. That would have been really strong. Yeah. And it hasn't happened. So we just have to just contemplate what the price is telling us. It may have something to do with the delays. I don't know. I can't answer that. It's hard to tell why certain things happen. Let me go to the Telegram. I'll quickly show you. Actually, the Telegram, the update today was really positive. So I'm not quite sure why there's been such a reaction. This is the news. We're updating Dtravel Direct management features. Finalize details that will give TRVL holders an option to swap from BEP20 to ERC20. Look, this is the big news. We've had 2 meetings this past week with an influencer who is very interested in supporting Dtravel. They have a vast network in travel, Web 2 and Web 3. Okay, so there's a bit of shit grammar, but the point is, look at this. 2 meetings with an influencer. And if they've got a vast network, then that's quite interesting. And continued discussions with Pan Crypto Labs. Let me have a look at them. Meeting with Plume Network. What else is there? That's business. Nearing Sensei Alpha release and testing aiming to be ready by the end of next week. So it looks like we're still on track with certain things. And then obviously we had this thing yesterday with this Coco NFT. I'm not quite sure what it was all about, to be honest with you. I listened to it and I couldn't figure it out. But I get a feeling that there's going to be some kind of partnership with Japan Airlines, and it's being pioneered by this Coco NFT Beyond Club. But I'm not quite sure how that's going to develop. Let me have a look. Has anyone got any comments? Dtravel says it's received backing and stamp of approval from Borderless Capital with a strategic investment to support its T-Pin peer-to-peer vacation rental. That's right. The funding will pave the way for the next phase of growth and hundreds of thousands of new buyers. Yeah. I think everything is looking positive. I'm not quite sure why people are selling. New operator sign up, new operator sign up, new operator sign up, new booking process, new operator sign up, new booking process, new operator sign up, operator sign up, operator sign up, new booking process, new operator sign up, new operator sign up. I don't know what else to say. It's good, huh? It looks positive. And then you have this new vacation rental in Houston. So let me just have a look at that quickly. Escape to Midtown Getaway. Indulge in comfort and convenience with our stylish accommodations in the heart of the city. Indulge in a world of luxury at our Midtown Houston retreat. Elevate your stay with exclusive spa services. Oh God, it's bigger. 8 guests, 3 bedrooms, 5 beds, 4 bathrooms. It must be a nightmare to clean. It's cheaper, £145 a night. Private chef, what the hell? I'm going. Who's joining me? Let's go. This looks good. That looks nice. Oh, my alert triggered on BTC. I'm going to have a look at it in a second. It's nice. Look at this. Are there any outdoor pictures? You've got a cactus. Oh God, there's a lot of pictures. Buddha's head. There it is. I need more outdoor pictures. Have a few more outdoor pictures. That would be nice. All right. So look, this is Dtravel. This is working. If anyone's interested. Let's have a look at Pan Crypto Labs. Majid, could you please update Avacoin? Hi, could you please update? Okay. Sure. Oh God. One team, limitless potential. At Pan Crypto Labs, we tap into the boundless intelligence of our talented team to fuel your Web3 journey. Our expertise propels your budget towards success, ensuring that no opportunities are left unexplored. So Dtravel are communicating, are in conversations with this Pan Crypto Accelerator, a marketing base. Yeah. These are the guys. A decentralized marketing team. Our team is located. Well, I don't like that. Just kidding. With over 6 years, we have a portfolio of successful case studies of Web3 startups, and our marketing operations have successfully scaled up to 1 million plus users. We are also well versed in the latest trends. All right. Can't tell. It's better than what we have now. That's the bottom line, right? Anything is better than what we have right now. So let's give it a shot. Let's do it. Let's go for it. Let's see what happens. OKX, trusted by innovators. These are their partners. Never heard of any of them. Oh, Cardano, Cointelegraph. Okay. Can't tell. I'd like to see their track record though, honestly. I want to see what they've done. Here, maybe this is it. Can't tell. All right, that's interesting. That's enough of that. Let me just have a look at Bitcoin. All right, I'm looking to short. Guys, I'll be back in 2 minutes. Yeah, sorry. My nature's calling. Don't leave. I'll be right back. Hi guys, I'm back. All right, let's have a look at this Bitcoin. I can't see a swing failure yet. Go with these. Okay, we're above. I'd like it. I'd like the price to come back into the volume area right now. Just get back in. That would be good. If it can get back in. I mean, the trigger for the short is now, but I want to see the price back in personally. Let me have a look at the 30-minute candles. Yeah, it's looking. Could probably take it. Let's see. Let me have a look at the XO. That's a short there. Look, 1 million short right there. Give it a try, huh? It's always good when you're not sure to just start very small, not to go crazy. Damn, it didn't film. Good. Right, I just took a short. Let me see. Not the best position, but you know, I was already in a short, so effectively I'm just compounding. Have a look. And I'll probably add lower down. Okay, let's see how that goes. I'll make sure my validation is correct. My validation is going to be above this high 52874. 274. Okay, that's fine. I'm literally risking 0.5% at the moment, which isn't much. All right. That's that short. All right, what else do we want to do? There's nothing really more to say about TRVL except that we want people to buy. Oh God, it's like that. I almost, yeah, so annoying. Right. Ava. Have a look at Ava. Crip Power, hi. Is this IKEA channel or crypto? What does that mean, IKEA channel? How does he get that? So Majid, when it comes to Ava, let me just delete this stuff. I think for now, just focus on the Bitcoin chart. Don't even look at the USD chart, because the Bitcoin chart is crazy weak. Yeah, it's really weak, and we're just not going to see any kind of strength in Ava until the Bitcoin chart shows strength, and we're not seeing that right now. And basically you have this low here, B is saying TRVL is about to retest 4 cents and a massive run up again. I think so. Let's see. I hope so, dude. I'll have a look again. So we have Majid, we have this SFP level here. This previous wick low. This was back in May 20. This is the COVID low. Right? So basically Ava is back to the COVID low prices when it comes to Bitcoin. Yeah, so we are in the lows, and up to this point, if I was to take a range from here to here, a range pool. Why is it so slow? It's too many bars. Interesting. Or not. There's no data. That's why. So there's no volume data in this, or maybe there is. I can't see any volume. Oh, no, 0. You see how it says 0 volume? That sucks. So really the volume began. So all of this volume data is actually a little bit skewed, to be honest with you, because there is no volume data in the beginning of the token, and it only began on the 3rd of August when the price was already in the highs. So it's a tricky one, because maybe this volume profile is incorrect. And so let's just ignore it for the time. I think the point of control isn't, I think this point of control isn't incorrect. So I think if the price does actually manage to get back up to the point of control, that would be a really major take profit. And so you kind of have to look at the Bitcoin chart. And actually what I can see here is that there was a little bit of support here, which we've lost. So that is, you do kind of want to see that support reclaimed. And I've got it marked at this kind of SFP line a bit higher up. So there's a few things that need to happen. We're underneath this weekly level, and this weekly level hasn't held as support. The week has closed through that level. So your first indication of strength right now, the first indication would be a weekly close back above that weekly level. We're not there yet. So we have a lot of weakness right now when it comes to AVA versus Bitcoin. And that's causing problems for AVA. And usually that just means that there's not enough liquidity or not enough interest. Usually right now there's not enough interest. And I think everything that what I'm seeing now is all Bitcoin doing this. It's Bitcoin is the one that's causing the problems for AVA. So we just have to see if there's interest lower down. And the other thing you don't want to happen is you don't really want to make an all-time low against Bitcoin. I don't think that would be healthy to go from an all-time high here to an all-time low. You kind of will need a higher low here now. And unfortunately, we're not there yet. Let me have a look at this. So we're at a really key level as well. Look, this is the 886 on the higher time frame fib. So really, we're into a really important area, because we're basically at the last line of defense for AVA against Bitcoin right now. And I can't see strength right now, and I can't tell you to buy or you shouldn't buy until you see some strength. And even this 886, you kind of really want to form support back up above this 886. And we haven't even taken, like, the other way to do it would be to, like, you want the liquidity to be taken from the swing failure level back above, and that would give me a little bit of confidence. And then you could get another test, and then it could start working its way back. It's kind of what you want to see. The only sign of positive sign that I see right now is that this sell-off has been very strong. So the buy up will probably be quite strong too if we get a buy up. Yeah. It's a pretty aggressive sell-off. So I think if there is a buy up, it'll be just as aggressive. And actually what you want to do first is go up, maybe go down a little bit more, go up, back test, and go up, back test. And now then you want to just start seeing this. That's kind of what you want to see. Right. When it comes to the USD price, I still think it's possible. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's hard because until the Bitcoin price shows strength, we're kind of in this kind of downward channel. Can you see? I've got it drawn out roughly. We're at the bottom of this channel. It's a tricky one. I think, I mean, long term, you're just buying because you're accumulating because of the Bitcoin bull market, right? But in the short term, it's like, how low is it going to get? So, and I don't advocate buying into weakness. I always advocate buying into strength or lower. I think in my mind, if I saw this channel, this trend line tested and show a reaction, that would be a really good sign to buy. And this is a higher time frame channel. and we're just not there yet. I'd like to see that. If you get a test on that channel, you could buy that channel. It's not far down actually. You see a little reaction on that channel. It's about 10% lower. It's about 10% lower on the price right now. If you get a reaction on that channel, that's a higher time frame channel. It's only been touched twice. See, once, twice. You could take the third touch. And maybe then you would see like a nice reaction. Like a real bounce. Otherwise, I don't really have anything to say. I think the problem with AVA is Bitcoin. This Bitcoin chart. And I don't think the ETH chart is strong either. Look. So in the ETH chart, it's showing extreme weakness too. You have a line, you have a level here to reclaim as well. This level here. And I think for AVA to become strong again, it needs to do all of this at the same time. It needs to become strong against Bitcoin, ETH, and USDT at the same time. And I know there's this really long wick here. So technically, you could argue that this is the low to beat, but I don't really, I think these are weird wicks. These are like scam wicks. You almost have to, I almost think you have to ignore that wick and just look at the structure, and you can see that we are making kind of lower highs against ETH, lower lows, and that needs to change. All right, so I'm a bit, I don't know, I think long term AVA will pump, but I can't tell you when. I can't tell you when it's going to pump. All right, sorry. Did my Bitcoin trade go to the moon or did it go to the floor? Okay, that's good. That's what I want to see. I want to see the price come down. Let me see here. Third time BTC got to 52k rejection in 20 hours. Yeah, that's what Marve's saying. Majid is saying it's strange that Trvl has 2 years of profits and a good project, but there was no profit. I think the problem for me for Trvl is that their token has no reflection of value on the equity of the business, does it? So it's just a rewards, it's like a rewards program for a business. And it's, you know, like, it's not like Bitcoin, where Bitcoin, all of the value is in Bitcoin, you know, all of the value, or like ETH, where you have a direct reflection of value that's translated to the token itself. I think the problem with Trvl is it hasn't, I think Trvl is going to pump in the hype of a crypto market, but I don't know. It's like it's like a Web 2 business with a rewards program that's built on the blockchain and reflected in the token. Yeah. So it's a tricky one. And there's a lot of projects like that. And it's very speculative. The value is very speculative. All right, guys, you see this short that I took? See that? I did it live in front of you guys, see? No messing. I set an alert, I had a plan, had a kind of idea of what I wanted to see, took the short. Will I take profit? Yeah, I'm going to take profit here at the point of control. I'm going to set my limit order now. 51811. I'll take a little bit of profit there. I won't take much because I'm wondering if this goes down further. 51881. But we are above this level. But let's see what happens. Marve saying 52100 looks a good lower high, and else 51800. You mean a higher low? Oh yeah, you're all right, huh? But no. High, high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, high. I think there's a harmonic forming here actually. On a really small time frame. David, is that harmonic? Harmonic Meister. I always have to look at them. I see. B, that's it. D. So D has to go higher. So it's a cipher. See that? It's a bullish cipher. So D has to go higher. There you go. So actually we're looking to go down to the value area low 51542. Let me set my I'll set another take profit down there. 5-1 5-5-1 619. Oh. Right, I've set my take profits, and I'm going to trade this harmonic and see what happens. Right, and it's a bullish cipher, so you could long that, maybe to short it there. So actually the next trade is going to be something like this, down there and then up, maybe. All right, let's see. At the moment it looks okay. AP13 is already 160% up this month. Come on. I think when I analyzed it, it was already kind of pretty high. I was thinking, could it come down and then take a long back at the point of control? But it never really did that. It just pumped. It's back. It's up to the value area high, up to this point, which is a good place to take profit, to be honest with you. It's lots of squiggles. Get rid of them now. We're above the it's above this golden pocket area, but that is, I don't necessarily think that's going to hold, because we're into the value area high, we're into the point of control of this higher range. There's a lot of liquidity here to clear, so unless you have crazy volume now to clear it, then I think this is a really good place to exit, I think, and just wait for it to kind of consolidate or something. This is kind of looking like a Wyckoff 2, huh? This pattern here, this formation down here. You have your spring, your test. This is your last, the point of control is your last point of support, your lowest point of support. Then you had the buy up, and we're into the SOS now. That's what I'm seeing here. So we're basically into the buy up now of a Wyckoff. But you have a lot of volume in this previous range, and we're into the point of control now. So it's definitely a good place to take big profits right now, I think. I would, if I was in this trade, I would be looking to just scale right back. Right, guys, it's been quite long. So I'm probably going to go. I'm interested in Bitcoin because I've got a trade going. I might add some more, actually. I'll probably short some more and set a tight invalidation here. All right, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow if you guys come. If not, have a good weekend.